everyone, welcome back to my channel On The Move with Linda. And as you know, first things first, please subscribe hapo chini, press the red button. I am appreciating the love I'm getting so far. And today it's a special day because you know what, natembea Kenya kidogo and I want to experience and learn new cultures. You know, we're not just about Kenyans in Kenya. We have Chinese, Japanese, and today I am at a Japanese restaurant and I'm telling you, I brought in the perfect crew to help me do a food review. This is the first time. I have never eaten Japanese food. I do not know anything to do with, you know, the drinks, chakula, zero. But I brought in my two good friends, Devi and Mushiri. Wako wapi waingie? Karibuni. This is the foodie, this is the traveler, and this is the foodie, but together they are jokers, and they'll be the perfect combination as we experience.
There's nothing, I'm the traveler and the food.
Oh, yeah.
But look at the sense. Who's the foodie?
So the foodie and the traveler and the joker. But amazing guys, thank you so much for joining me, and we've known each other for how long?
Since 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
That's like 8 years now.
8 years, yeah.
Wow.
And we're going strong.
Abisa.
Yeah, this is like a long-lasting relationship. So yes, we've known each other for 8 years, and yeah, it's been amazing roller coaster of emotions. Tumekosana sana. Oh my god. Kwanza huyu ndo anakuanga culprit.
Tunakosana sisi kila wakati.
Tulikuwa tukituma delegation.
You had to create an intervention.
But yes, to say air that laundry sana. But yes, amazing group of guys. So we are at Shokudo. Yes. It is located along Lenana Road, behind Astro Petrol Station, and totally amazed already. We've not even started learning about the food itself, but just the ambience and the people and the owner. Oh my god, we are totally thrilled to be here. So yes, stay tuned as we sample Japanese food and learn about the Japanese culture.
Cool.
Mko tayari?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shokudo ni nini?
Shokudo. So the owner Wangari will be joining me shortly, by the way, to tell us more about Shokudo. And she has mentioned it's all about making it a local place for people. You feel welcomed, you feel at home. So Shokudo actually means you're local. So unajua vile mkona local ya nyama, kajoint ka mtura. Shokudo is your local for Japanese food. Guys, stay tuned. Amazing session coming up. I am joined by Wangari, and Wangari is the owner of Shokudo Local Cafe, located along Lenana Road behind Astro Petrol Station. So karibu sana.
Thank you for coming. Really excited this afternoon because Shokudo is actually created, or the thinking behind Shokudo was to have more and more people experience authentic Japanese food. We love Japanese food as ourselves, and we were like, there was a lot of emphasis was on the sushi, and we were like, you know what, there's so much fun Japanese food that has really been thought through that people were really not getting an experience of. So we were like, you know what, we want to introduce it, and we want to introduce it in a very simple way, in a very relaxed way, and because of our experience with Japanese food and Japanese culture, well, like, you know, I think this is something people will, once they get to know it, they're really going to appreciate it. And more importantly, you know, Japanese food is very healthy and very balanced. There's a lot of knowledge behind, you know, having a balanced diet and having a healthy lifestyle and a healthy relationship with food. So we're like, you know, if people just adapted 1 or 2 or 3, or even just came to understand how it's done, it would really help how we eat. How we can eat more stuff. You know, we really just have our limited 5 or so dishes in our homes. So I wanted us to have, you know, you can have a Japanese meal even at home. So from we started with our store. So we have a Japanese food store. My relationship with food starts actually from the farm. So I have grown food at the farm level, and so when we started the store, we started to make, we thought about it, and we thought, you know what, what do Japanese eat for vegetables? So we went online and we checked, and we were like, oh my goodness, there's a whole list and world of vegetables. So we started to grow different kinds of Japanese vegetables, but then people didn't know how to cook them. So if I tell somebody this is a daikon radish, they would ask me, so what do I do with it? And so telling somebody this verbally was so difficult. I wouldn't translate it into anything. So we thought, if we actually have a restaurant and then let people taste Japanese daikon or spinach or something, then they would be able to see, oh, this is something I can actually do at home, and we can adapt a Japanese meal once a week, and that would be good. And that would have been a good way to transfer our cultural knowledge.
Yeah, and that's why I brought my friends, the foodie and the traveler, today.
Wonderful.
Yeah, because the traveler has also been to different parts of Kenya, but also has not experienced Japanese food, and the foodie really loves food, so we didn't know what to select on the menu. So maybe you can guide other Kenyans who have never really interacted with Japanese food when they walk into Shokudo, because I want people to come to Shokudo. What should they ideally try out as the first meal?
The meaning of the word Shokudo is actually local dining space in Japanese. So the idea was you can come in, order simple home cooking. So in the styling of our food is the teishoku. Teishoku actually means about 3 meals and your main. So you will get a balanced meal from that. And that's how we wanted to introduce the very first basic. And then after that you can go to the more gorgeous tempuras and sushis and all that. But if you can just start with the basics of how the Japanese eat. So the Japanese eat a lot of, first their starch is rice. Their main whatever is rice.
Hakuna chapati, ugali.
They start with rice. It's the traditional one, and they haven't dropped it. So they have also adapted they also have flour things. They have the noodles that use flour, but rice is the mainstay. And then they will put in a protein, a vegetable, some fermented food, and soup. Soup for hydration, because you always need that.
Is that the reason why they're always very, in terms of their physique, very lean because of their balanced diet?
Because they balance their diet, and they're very conscious about starch intake. So the starch will be little, and then they will intake. They will balance it out with the other items. So on our menu you will find a teishoku. That's a meal set that brings you everything together. Then you will find all the other fancy stuff.
So guys, stay tuned, because we are sampling amazing dishes here at Shokudo Local Cafe. So stay tuned.
So it's customary to have some starters. So I recommend to have gyoza. Yeah, it's they are dumplings. So it's a pork dumpling. And then I recommend that we have a donburi, and we're going to have a donburi is a meal in a bowl. So it has rice at the bottom, and the topping is like the protein or your favorite topping. So we're going to have katsudon. Katsudonburi, it's a cutlet. And then on top of rice. Very popular, very delicious. It's an interesting dish. It's a cutlet, and then it's made with a sweet sauce and eggs. So Japanese people eat a lot of eggs. So when you see how it's been combined, you'll be like, eggs and pork? But you'll be surprised how well it works.
Our taste buds are ready.
But we also start with some sushi. At the beginning, we'll have some sushi. So I recommend we have a mixture, a little bit of everything. So we have a sashimi. Sashimi is slices of the raw fish. Any raw fish that is sashimi grade, you can have that raw, right from the sea. And then nigiri is rice and some raw fish also. And then we'll have a maki. Maki means roll in Japanese, so a roll sushi. So we'll have a maki. And I recommend what a lot of people like. So we'll have salmon sashimi and a nigiri, and then we'll have a crunch roll that's very popular with a lot of people. And it's spicy, so it has some kick. Yeah.
Niko tayari
Yeah.
Hapa ni sherehe tunapiga.
Now it's so cold. One of the
Oh.
best things to
Okay.
eat during the cold season, winter season or cold season, is a hot ramen or hot noodle dish. So I recommend the Tonkotsu Ramen.
Okay.
It has everything. Tonkotsu means pork bones or bones. So it's a soup that we've made the broth
Alright.
from boiling bones for like 12 hours. So it's rich and it's
In kama ile when
tasty.
Kenyans boil kichwa ya
mbuzi. Yes.
What do they call it?
That's soup.
That's soup. And then for dessert we'll have a mochi. Mochi is rice cake.
Right.
So I told you rice.
Rice cake.
Rice for breakfast,
Yeah.
rice for lunch,
Yeah.
rice for dessert. So we'll start with the salad.
Okay.
Right.
Something fresh,
Awesome.
something raw. To start us off.
We
Perfect.
are ready.
We are ready.
Maybe a beer, some sake. We can also do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good, eh? Niko tayari. Lakini if there is chopsticks, I need to make a disclaimer. I don't know how to use chopsticks, so yeah.
Ikishinda tu na.
There's this ile ya- You can't do that here. We need chopsticks.
If it's something unaweza finya. Finya tu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, dude. Linda.
Has the sesame dressing.
Oh, that looks nice and quite healthy.
Ooh la la.
You can teach us how to hold the chopsticks because personally I have no idea.
So you can see the way it's been set up.
Yeah.
The colors.
Okay.
In Japan, you eat with your eyes first, and then you eat the food. So the food has to really be well presented.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we do is that we adapt the 5 colors. There's 5 colors, 5 methods of cooking, and 5 different kinds of ingredients. So the rule of 5. If you use this rule, then you'll be able to have a nice, enjoyable meal.
Yeah.
At the end of it. So you want to have some red, some green, some white, some orange, yellow, all
Yeah,
of that.
I can actually see that.
Presented there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then chopsticks.
Ooh la la.
So you align them together first. Don't make one longer, shorter, or
Align. Okay.
yeah, align. Then you use this part.
Yeah.
So let me first show you. This is the fork. This is the one that needs to be steady.
Okay.
Yeah. So one chopstick needs to be steady. It doesn't move. This one.
Yeah.
It's the second one that actually moves. And you sort of use these 2 fingers
Yeah.
to hold it, and it will be able to move after that.
Right.
Yeah. Then you look for your contour point. Yeah, like the center point. If it's too far here, you'll not be able to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And then now aim for the food.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Correct.
have their way, their strengths, which fingers are stronger.
Correct.
So you will eventually find that once you get this, your style or your comfort.
And again, I have to emphasize that she has said about the five things, five colors. Yeah.
So how do you like it?
It's amazing.
It's really good.
And I don't.
Sesame dressing?
The dressing is spot on. Oh my god.
This
This is really nice.
nice balance of sweet and nutty.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you. Again, asking for. I'm sure these guys do they finish the meal, like as we clear the plates, or
Yes,
do you just
yes.
taste?
No. In Japanese culture, you actually have to finish the food. If you don't finish the food, it's actually an insult to the person who made it first. And then secondly, it's a lack of appreciation of. In Japan, we use the word a lot, mottainai, waste. So it's a very anti-waste. It has a very anti-waste. It's a very anti-waste culture.
Okay.
So if you bought something, why would you want to waste it?
Yeah.
So if you bought the food, you have to eat it. So you just cook what you need, and then so that there is no waste. So the plate is normally clean, like rice, to the last grain.
Oh my goodness.
So the rest of the food is ready. So
We are
bring
ready.
it,
Yes, we are ready.
and then we can go down.
Are we able to order?
Yeah.
We deliver?
Yes. Yeah.
Ngoja. Linda. John. Kudo. One, two.
That was an amazing starter.
So this is sushi.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Oh la la.
Oh wow. It has chili inside. Okay.
This is spring onion.
Spring onions. Okay.
Alright.
So it's like yes,
What is that?
What's that?
dumplings.
Dumplings. Ah, okay.
Have this.
Oh wow.
The dipping sauce for that.
This
The dipping
is
sauce
for this. Okay. And I'm seeing the 5 colors the way you're saying.
Yeah.
Like literally, yeah. There's I hope you're learning something.
To start us off,
Yes.
start with some sushi, some best enjoyed raw, some salmon,
Yeah.
and some tuna.
Wangare, this is a starter.
That's where we begin. We begin in the sea.
Oh my goodness.
You know, Japan is an island, all of it.
Yes.
So there's fish all around. So
How are these people not fat?
Because they eat fish.
Fish is good compared to like red meats that we constantly eat.
Right. Yeah, very true though.
Portioning, using chopsticks. Imagine by the time you finish a whole pile of ugali with chopsticks. So unakula for a few minutes, unawachana na hiyo chakula. And you know the science these days, it says if you eat slowly, the brain tells the stomach you're full when you're full.
Correct.
So now if you're ngangana, the chopsticks slow you down kiasi. So those are they
Very
have
true.
some
Chopsticks
that's a trick,
regulate the amount of food unakula.
yeah, unakula because even how much you pick.
Yeah.
You
Very
can't.
true.
Yeah,
Very
that's
true.
So so some bit of the steam. Here we have some dumplings. Inside is some pork and cabbage. So it's not just pork.
Okay.
And then some prawns. Tempura is a style of cooking.
Right.
Came from Portugal, adapted by the Japanese. Now the Japanese are the owners of it. It's just deep fried in a light butter very quickly. You want it crispy, you want ingredients fresh. Freshness is key. Yeah, so you can tempura vegetables,
Right.
fish, meats, all sorts of things. Anything that you can think of, you can make a tempura.
Let me tell you, Wangari, you're doing a favor to this guy. That's getting like, I don't know the menu.
Where is the lie?
Thank you. Yeah.
Soy sauce from soybeans. I told you earlier.
Yes.
Soy sauce. So this is the mainstay of Japanese cooking.
Yeah.
So this you put just a little bit. So this is one thing that we do. We put too much of this. It's actually not healthy. For you to put too much. So you just need a little touch. Yeah. Then you add some wasabi. That I recommend. Just put it in there, or put it on your sushi, and then you pick. You start with the sashimi, and then the nigiri, and then the rolls. Weka hapa. Hiyo sauce.
Niache tu.
Iache ndani. Because utachukua sushi, utachukua any of those, uweke hapa ndani. Yeah. So let's begin.
So, because
This is an experience.
Right.
Oh wow, please start.
The foodie.
Yeah, the foodie, please
Yes.
show us how you do.
How much of this first before you start?
Oh, this is for the sake.
That you're now boiling.
Yes.
Remember?
I was waiting
The
for
blue
it.
lines inside there are supposed to show you how clean and clear the sake is. To show how it has been brewed. So that's you can see through.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's give it a try.
Yes, you guys.
Mazee tumezoea.
Wala.
Nice.
Hiyo.
Deep.
Deep. Kidogo tu. Touch. Weka yote. One bite. We call it one bite.
How is it? It's good? Okay, now we go.
And it's just a dipping sauce. Yeah?
Right.
Keep up with me.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah. This is a science.
Hey.
Oh,
Side. Oh my god. That's salad.
oh my god. Oh, that was good. Mushiri, are you learning? The first one is not always a si mushindi. Okay, let's see.
Oh la la.
Oh my god.
Linda kuna trust issues huku. Linda.
Whew. It's really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
For real?
Hey.
Hey. It better not fall. Okay.
Jadi.
You feel the fish ring? You can't.
Oh, see, this you want to eat the mbogas?
You don't like mbogas?
No, I love mbogas, but I've really loved. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. How would you rate the three?
I feel this has a lot of flavors. Has too many flavors.
It bursts in your mouth, by the way.
When immediately it's in your mouth, you
Yeah.
don't know what you're eating.
Yeah.
You
That
don't know
was
how to
really,
separate
really
the
nice.
flavors.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed.
Oh, seems everyone is going for round 2. Who am I not to?
Who are you?
Yeah, who am I?
Hey, tunapiga sherehe ya Japanese.
Tuna?
Salmon.
Salmon, and then this is tuna.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's it's the tuna that we find in Mombasa.
Right.
So in Japan you find the 1 million one fish tuna, the bluefin tuna.
Ah, the bluefin.
Yes.
And it's really expensive.
It's
That.
really, we can pay a million
Correct.
shillings for
Very true.
a fish.
What?
Yes.
We need to teach people what it is. We need to teach people what it is. So this is the Japanese sake, right?
Yes.
Yes, and
Correct.
as Wangari has told us, yeah. So this is the Japanese sake,
Yeah.
and it's warm.
It's warm.
Yes.
You can drink it warm. Some
Yeah.
of it you can drink it cold.
Okay.
In Japanese we say kampai.
Kampai.
Kampai is cheers.
Kampai.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
it's really good.
So families make dumplings at home,
Right.
passing whiling time in the evening.
Right.
And you just make little pockets of that and then stock.
Yeah.
Then you can be having like a small bites.
Yeah.
You know, so the essence is to have small things.
Yeah.
And then enjoy different tastes,
Yeah.
different cooking styles. And so you mix all those. So you mix the cooking style, the taste, the color, and then you have it all. You have an interesting meal at the end of it. Yeah.
Are dumplings, did they originate from a certain culture? Did they originate from Japan? Because I have been to a Brazilian restaurant and they also serve dumplings. So is there a different way of preparing dumplings in Japan?
Yeah. I think dumplings are around the world. Even the Italians have gnocchi, which is almost like a dumpling. So something filled, stuffed,
Yeah.
stuffed dough with something inside.
Yeah.
So from Japan, I think it's come from China.
Right.
Gyoza is a Chinese.
Right.
Is a Chinese. I mean, the origin is China.
Okay.
And then when it's transferred in Japan, the Japanese always make it their style.
Right.
So you can steam this, you can boil them, and you can fry them. So the Japanese style, most common style, is fry them on the pan.
Okay.
So you get that browning and caramelizing,
Right.
and then steam them. So they've been cooked in 2 methods.
Right.
But the same dumpling, you can boil it and have it in your soup, and you can deep fry it, and you can steam it. Just steam it in a steamer basket, and it's good to go.
Right.
So you can have it in different ways.
Again, another check. This is good. This is really good.
You're confirming to us that you
I'm
can
confirming
proceed.
that you can proceed.
You
Yes.
can partake.
Yeah.
You can partake of the
That's,
gyoza.
that's really good. And if it was ugali, it would be a different conversation. This is really good. And it's healthy. Oh, I pass for you. Oh, also you can't now do the chopstick maneno.
Stretching all over.
That is good. Oh my gosh. Wangari, I think you need to introduce, like, I don't know, lessons for making such dishes, because this is good.
I hope to do that sometime.
Yeah.
I didn't realize running a restaurant can take up all your time.
Yeah.
This tastes like exotic samosas, right?
That is so good.
It's still the samosa.
Yeah.
The whatever you think about it, it's samosa-ish. Because you can fry this.
Yes.
And when you fry it, it'll look like a samosa. Yeah?
Really?
Because it's still unga.
Linda.
For me, and the flavors, how they just
Blend in.
blend in your mouth. I'm like, where have I been living the last couple of years?
So I saw you doing a faux pas for Japanese food. We don't poke.
We don't?
You cannot poke it.
Yes.
Oh, we don't poke.
This is pokey. Let's just
John.
Let's just poke this food. That in Japanese is dame.
Really? No poking food.
No poking.
Dame?
Dame. Bad.
Dame is in bad or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad.
Bad.
No, tempura is a type of cooking.
Okay.
Yes. Mlisikia mkiambiwa hivyo. You
I
can-
remember.
You can tempura vegetables, you can tempura prawns.
Yes.
Oh, that.
So, Ushiri.
Wait.
Oh. But so far,
Linda.
vile na struggle.
How do you pick this thing?
Kumbuka, don't pour.
Don't
Just
cook.
roll.
Anze kitu imesoka.
Yeah, it's good.
That.
I think that is just to soften
Yeah.
the whole crunchiness thing.
Oh, I thought this was it.
We are just getting started.
Oh.
Wait, don't go starter.
So guys, that was a starter. We are getting into the main course meal, and sijui tunge stretch kidogo tutengeneze nafasi kwa tumbo.
Sinikuweka soup.
Yeah.
Then the noodles you pick with
With
the.
the chopsticks.
Okay.
So with the soup dish,
Yeah.
the first thing you taste is the soup. Because that's where a lot of labor of love has been put in. The long
Okay.
hours of just extracting all
Yeah.
that bone goodness.
Okay.
So the first thing is you taste the soup,
Yes.
then you appreciate, and then now you start exploring all the other ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the noodles.
And then the
In
noodles.
Japan, we are allowed to slurp. So slurp completely because that's how you taste everything.
Tuko tayari hapa. Baby, your spoon.
Oh, you are not.
I think with Japanese food, you need to be really patient.
Usikula na haraka, ukila kidogo. The broth is very nice. I think you need to take it when it's hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Once lift me up food.
Yeah.
I go to like Shokudo.
Without any rush.
No rush.
So that's the question. Which is your favorite so far? Hey.
Mseke mimi tushajua hapa. Okay, hiyo imetosha baby.
That's it.
That's it. Perfect.
So have to.
And bibi amekuwa pro sasa.
Kutoka hii kijiko tu. Lakini nakukambia kijiko. Wait, boss. Okay, I'm the foodie. Kanyama.
I'm slapped.
I don't know. I was so looking forward to having this.
Oh really? Was it because of the pork or the noodles? Or the broth?
Basically everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but you just deal with your chopsticks. They will come through.
Chopsticks and fish.
Cleans it kabisa.
So you actually pluck the
It's
meat
actually
with your.
fillet, yeah.
Ah,
Let's
Linda.
go for it.
do we do this last or we do that first?
We do this first and this last.
Just tell me about the combination.
Let's
Even
try.
when I had it for the first time, I was quite surprised.
Ah.
It took me a while to ever taste katsu.
Yeah.
This
and
meal.
we just cut into the cutlet.
No, the cutlet on the
Just-
side.
you can
On the
pick-
side.
yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's much easier than that. And then just pick everything. And just give it a taste.
Nice. Naya.
Cherry.
That looks like a humongous meal.
Katsu no?
And so you can imagine, it's still the three of us, and we're still going.
And how come the top is crunchy but katikati iko soft? I don't know how to explain it. Like it's
Because it's been deep fried. The cutlet has been deep fried and cooked separately. And then when it's ready, you just add the rice in the bowl, and then you bring the cutlet into the egg sauce.
All right.
And then you just slide it into the.
oh my gosh.
I can.
So this is the mackerel,
Yes.
and it has very small bones, so we can use our chopsticks to actually try it out.
And it's just been cooked in a very simple way.
Yeah.
Just salt
Yeah.
and grilling.
Yeah.
One of the methods of cooking is grilling. So Japanese cooking is very simple.
Yeah.
They want you to appreciate the flavor of the food or the ingredient.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of things added on top of stuff of
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
They want it very simple, the way it was, and then they get the best technique for that food. So it's mackerel, salt grilled.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Salt. Yeah.
And I can see the colors are still there. There's green, there's red,
yellow.
Yeah.
there's yellow.
That's the one consistent thing that is there
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
all the foods.
Kapsa.
Ugali.
No.
is grated radish.
Ah,
So you grate the radish super fine.
Yeah.
okay.
It cuts fat. So if you're eating something oily or greasy, when you use the daikon radish, it makes you feel, it cuts the fat, so you don't feel.
Do I have to? Oh, so actually the thing.
Don't poke.
Not poking.
Not poking.
Do not poke.
Do not poke.
Slice, cut.
Right. This is proving to be a daunting task.
You're getting there, yeah.
Getting there. Okay, let me just.
First taste it. The kidogo one that has come.
Oh, is it?
Purely grilled.
Yeah.
Got some bone.
Oh, you just need to be careful about the small bones.
Yeah.
These things can actually choke you to death, right?
Yeah. Another statistic?
Is it? Yeah. There you have it. There you have some.
Ah,
Yeah.
here's a part.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll swing by and pick them up on our way. Yeah, it's just 2 minutes away.
Did you put the radish?
See you like,
Your-
alright.
I love seeing people check out new dishes. You see, that's so genuine.
This is nice.
That is good.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I can confirm.
Okay.
I can feel the salt.
Yeah.
Basically, I think because of the grilling.
I got for you? Yeah. That's enough.
Especially like once it all.
Okay. And the radish as well. Don't forget. Mushiri.
No.
Alright, so one Shokudo,
I hear you.
You feel the salt, right?
one crust tempura,
Okay.
and then one.
So in the end,
Yes.
some sweetness.
Utamu
No,
ulioje.
This is mochi.
Yeah.
Japanese rice cake.
Right?
With sweet red bean. Japanese, we can call it Japanese chocolate.
Okay.
Right.
This comes from sweet red beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you find it in lots of traditional Japanese desserts. So that one is a modern version of it where you put a strawberry inside. But inside here is sweet red bean, and inside here is rice.
Awesome.
Sweet rice.
Sweet rice. So this one we are no chopsticks. Forks.
Just sample that.
Yeah.
You would have it
And I
with
see
a
strawberries,
chopstick,
yeah.
but let's have it with some forks.
Thank you.
These guys are like.
So
thank you.
This goes with tea.
Okay.
Oh,
Japanese green tea. So this is sweet. Japanese green tea is bitter.
Right.
So the two balance comes
Got
together.
you. Yeah.
So we'll bring you some tea.
Okay.
Right.
So these are rice balls.
Rice?
Rice ball.
Okay.
Rice
It's
balls.
a simple way of carrying food from home to work. You see the Japanese rice is sticky.
Yes.
So you can put anything inside with the rice. You can cook your last night's fried chicken. You just chop it into small, put it into, make it into a rice ball, and that you have for lunch or a snack.
Right.
So and is that the snacks?
Yeah, and is that the wheat again?
Yeah, and that's the seaweed again.
I'm learning.
Just to wrap it up and all that. Okay. So if you this is how rice is usually eaten at the end of meals.
I've managed before you, Mushiri.
Let me hold it for you.
Not bad. John has started becoming crafty.
You very. You wanna come milk? Do they?
No. Just black. It's a nice way to end a meal.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Hold. Hold. Yeah. Man.
So you
Put in the muscles.
You just have
Yeah.
your own piece and you just eat it.
Okay.
Linda.
So guys, we have had a fantastic afternoon at Shokudo Local Cafe. Again, it is situated along Lenana Road behind Astral Petrol Station, and I'm telling you, we were not prepared for what we experienced. Myself, Linda Okero, with my two foodies, Devi and Mushiri, we've had a blast from starters to main course meals to desserts to Japanese sake to now green tea. I'm telling you guys, we feel like we are home. We are definitely coming back. We've learned about Japanese culture, do's and don'ts, and let me tell you, it is one of the best experiences I've had so far. What do you guys think? Lost for words. This guy was been sweating, by the way. He was sitting and sweating.
I'm actually so full.
Yeah.
Very true what you said.
Yeah.
We were actually not prepared for this.
Definitely not.
There's so much food. How these Japanese people are not fat? how they are not fat, I don't know. But I think the chai is working for them.
But I think it's what Wangari said, and Wangari is the owner. She talked about the 5 colors that they really try to infuse in their food, making sure it's very balanced. It's just not meat. You have your vegetables, you have your carbohydrates, you have your meat stuff, and meat actually is mostly fish and chicken, as you've seen. So what's your take, Mushiri? You've been quite quiet. Nikukula too.
The food in me.
Yeah.
I just thought this is just the normal food. You just go and indulge.
Yeah.
However, guys, you have to come try this.
Yeah.
Please, are you sure you come try this place out? Because I've had an amazing time. Amazing time.
Totally.
I'll definitely be here again.
Please do, and you can also do your orders, by the way. Check out Shokudo Local Cafe. Make your orders, do your deliveries. You will definitely not regret it. So thank you so much to Shokudo Local Cafe, to Mushiri and Devi, to Wangari, the owner. Thank you so much. We appreciate.
One last thing.
Yes, please.
You finish a Japanese meal and you say itadakimasu.
Yes. Goshiso.
Sama.
Goshiso.
Yeah.
Goshiso. Sama.
Goshiso.
Yeah, Goshiso.
So guys, as we are signing off again, remember Shokudo Local Cafe is where you need to be, and you can also make your deliveries. And because we are in our local Japan,
Rumba Japan.
Rumba Japani. We need to sign off in a proper way, not just saying thank you, but we've learned a new phrase, and we want to say that to Wangari, the owner, and it's Goshiso-sama.
Goshiso-sama.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.